So now we have to return to Herbert after collecting the Polycriton, and I'm pretty sure I was talking about the Seraph Guardians. They're essentially like raid bosses. That's pretty much all they are. It's one massive fight that you're supposed to be fighting along with friends or a group. And I think they have a chance to drop Seraph crystals. Because there are these things called Seraph weapons. They're pretty much like I wouldn't say the highest quality, but they're supposed to be like pretty rare weapons. But I don't think I get any of them in the one fight that I actually finish. I don't think I even get a crystal. I think that's in the second playthrough, the Ultimate Vault Hunter. Maybe even, I think there might even be a third playthrough where that happens. Not sure what. But yeah, it's kind of annoying. What am I doing? Why am I going out? I should have just teleported. What am I doing? Please. But yeah, the Seraph Guardians, they're just essentially raid bosses where you fight with a bunch of friends to kill a bunch of people. For the most part, they aren't that too bad.
Close to finding the treasure. I can't wait to kill him and avenge my Roscoe. God, Roscoe was so cute. Had this big old face you just wanted to squeeze. And what are you jackasses looking at? Get back to work. Swab something, goddammit!
But yeah, they're kind of annoying to fight. Because for the most part, they're either really tanky, or have this annoying attack pattern. The one guy I fight, he has some corrosive, and I think shock damage, or is it fire? I think it's fire. And no matter what you do, you sort of have to. It's constantly on you unless you do something about it, and it gets really fucking annoying.
Echo software piracy eats away at the moral fabric of society. Several sand pirates have bootlegged copies of the latest Echo simulation programs. Murder them and retrieve the ill-gotten goods.
Yeah, but the Seraph Guardians are pretty... I wouldn't say hard, but they're just really annoying to fight. I don't think... This one, the one in this area, he has several robots that put a shield on him, and you have to kill the robots before you can kill him. But his robots can also be shielded, so it's kind of hard. And what you would think that having a giant robot on your side to help you with the fight would be cool, but unfortunately, with the AI for Death Trap, if you start letting him attack one of the robots and they get shielded, he won't notice that they're shielded / give a fuck, and he'll continue to attack that robot. So you essentially waste your time with Death Trap, because he'll just sit there trying to attack this one robot that's shielded and won't take any damage from any source of damage on my dad, which is so goddamn annoying. And there's 4 of them. That's the worst part. There are 4 different robots. And this part was really confusing. There's no exact, like, pathway up there. I think you have to climb a ladder somewhere or something. I don't remember. I don't like going up here. Ever. I just don't like this. Pretty sure I have to go all the way over there. Underneath the bridge area. I think there's a ladder there. Yeah, the Seraph Guardians are just annoying to fight. I guess it'd probably be easier with friends, considering that's what they were like designed for, fighting them with friends. I tried jumping on this rope, but Jesus Christ, I'm trying like so hard to find a fucking pathway, and there's just an elephant. I know there's a ladder over there. At least I'm really sure there's a ladder over here. Okay, good. Good job. Can't even kill worms. Ugh, I'm really tired. I guess I'm gonna just continue rambling about the Seraph Guardians. So yeah, I think I mentioned that they dropped crystals, which you can use to use like this shop that will only accept crystals. Sort of like how Crazier only accepts iridium. This guy only accepts Seraph crystals, which you get from killing Seraph Guardians, which I think only dropped during the second playthrough. I think it's in the Ultimate Vault Hunter playthrough. where they drop crystals, or even have a chance of dropping crystals. I don't think you. I'm not sure if you can drop them, or if there's a chance for you to be able to collect them in the original game. Which is kind of really fucking annoying, because it then like forces you into going back around and playing the entire game again just to fight these Seraph Guardians for their crystals. It sort of like really forces you into it, and I don't know, it doesn't really make much sense to me. I guess because you have to be like high level, but I kill one of the Seraph Guardians level 40. I don't know. I kill one of them. You know, I know that much. I kill one of them. Good. But I know you can, you know, actually fight them and be successful. So why not give the crystals that unlock the shop? I don't even know how much weapons cost. I don't know if it's like per crystal. Like how if you can buy a gun for 1 crystal each. I wouldn't assume so from like shopping with Earl. You know, when he has it, it's like, oh, I'll give you 1 thing for 8 crystal or 8 iridium shards. So I wonder if it's like that again with the crystals, and if so, why would you have it only in 1 playthrough? Because then I'm going to be going back to have the same fight multiple times in order to just pick up 1 weapon, which is not the best idea. And I thought I lost that floppy disk. There's one last guy, the powder monkey. Where the fuck did he go? There he is. Pretty sure that's a headshot. Not to brag or anything.
Pandora's moral fabric is intact. Return to me at once.
Pretty sure we're still doing like social messages. Not social messages. What is it? Satire? I guess that's the best way to define it. Like satirical stuff. Making fun of the fact that we really don't care too much about violence and media. You know, like action movies where people just like randomly die and the hero just kills like 100,000 people and nobody like bats an eye because he's the hero. But at the same time, if you copyright game, or not copyright games, but like sexual material, yeah, copyrighted stuff, and I think there's one about swearing. You know, those are big concerns that really don't have much. I don't know. Well, at one point, it's like, oh well, you know, they're horrifying words, lots of nudity, not exactly appropriate. At the same time, we go on mass murdering sprees in games and movies, and that's the social message there. I don't know. I'll leave it to the smart people. I'm too tired to think about it right now. Right now, I'm just handing in a mission. That's all my mind is thinking about right now. Pretty sure he gives us a 3rd mission, but that doesn't come later. I think it's like after the game or something, after the storyline, which is really annoying. Either that or... yeah, I think it's after the storyline. That's one thing I really don't like about some of the DLCs. Like, you think you finished the DLC and you're like, oh yeah, I completed it, and then they're like, okay, here's some extra stuff that you can do, and it's like, why didn't you give this to me beforehand? Like, what? I just wanted to move on to the next one. It's like, oh well, look, you gotta go kill this guy.
If only Alt-DRM could shoot the user in the face. A robot can dream.
Please don't.
Everything is moral right now.
So we don't get a job from him. We did get a new sniper rifle, which is not a bad weapon. It just doesn't do as much damage as the one I have. I think now I teleport over to Herbert the pervert, hand in the cyto fiber, whatever they were called. Then, you know, that one mission, right? I think after that I go collect some parts for Scooter. If I were playing this, that's what I would do. Not lag. Thank you, game. Ugh. I really do like the fact that they have an elevator here, so I don't have to go all the way through all those guys. Oh, makes things so much easier to fight. Not fight, just accomplish. Too bad it takes fucking forever for it to come down. And here we go. Okay. So I think we have Slag's SMG. I don't think we've got in our new shock weapon. Because now we have a shock gun. I really still am kind of miffed at the fact that throughout this entire, game, we haven't actually picked up any real SMGs or any weapon that does shock damage. At least I don't remember picking up too many of them. And if they were like instantly replaced. Well, not instantly, but you know what I mean. Which is kind of a bummer, because my entire build's around shock damage. Then the only real shock damage I do is when I reload a weapon. So the whole shock, the one ability where it's like if you do shock damage, you can have a chance of doing fire damage. That kind of becomes kind of redundant when I don't have shock damage. So I'm still miffed at that. I think I'm just gonna be fighting spiderlings, and that thing almost knocked me off the fucking edge. I would have been really pissed. I had to take the elevator up here, and then it was like, haha, this tiny little spiderling that, like, just wants to fuck up your day and knock you off. Like, I would, Gage, please, don't fall for the spiderling.
You got
Polychrome.
the Polycriton? Gimme!
And right here, right now, he just smashes everything together
there.
and somehow
Tighten
works.
that. Cut that down just a hair. Aha! Here you go, the last piece of the compass.
It didn't even have like a workshop with him.
Now give that to Scarlett, along with the tapes. And she'll love me again.
Again?
And if she doesn't, I'll follow her, and I'll smell her, and I'll just make her love me.
Steps in how to make a girl fall in love with you.
You got the compass piece? Great! Now give her back that little gift I gave you and come on back.
So you can give him the gift, which I do.
Oh, a gift? From Scarlett? I knew it! I knew she cared! Ah!
Probably the worst decision. Yeah.
Not to mention you were carrying a rather large bomb around with you, didn't I? Many apologies. Now just bring back that last compass piece so we can find out where the treasure's buried.
Yeah, that happened. I mean, that's one way to get rid of your stalkers, am I right? I do not recommend that at all. Please don't do that. Call the police or something. Something better than that. Oh. Jeez, I'm tired. Okay, so I think now I try and pick up all the stuff that's scattered throughout the rust yard. I think I'm trying to loop around and pick everything up along the way back. But this is probably just me a collectathon. Kind of wish I'd sped this section up. And I'm trying to exit in an area that I cannot. Why do we keep doing that? Why is there a fence there? But yeah, this I think concludes the last mission for the rust yards. So we won't be back here for a while, or ever, I think. I think we'll be moving up in the world, which is nice. Ah. Freaking spider ants, man. I think they're so cool. So I don't really know what he's building with this, these parts. He doesn't really tell us. What I would love for a while is, thank you, phone, shut up. I would love if the cars we build in the DLCs actually carried over to the main game. That would be really cool. But they don't, which kind of saddens me because they're only like for the specific DLCs, which is kind of annoying because I do like the sand scripts. They are fun to ride around in. But we can only ride around in this little section, and there's not much area. There's not too many areas where it's like, okay, this is a large open space where I can ride around. I mean, I guess there's Oasis and Warm Water, but those are the only two places I can really drive a new vehicle in two specific areas, which kind of defeats the purpose of having an entire new car, but not have anywhere to drive the new car. So I would have loved if they, allowed us to build it in the main game, have it, to ride around on those, but we can't, which is really sad. And I'm apparently going in the wrong order. I think I'm going backwards, which I am totally okay with.